What is intelligence diplomacy? And can AI help doctors to identify the best cancer therapy? And also, how does climate change impact extreme weather conditions? Hello, everyone. I am Manas Srivastava, and you are watching me on this top three news from the newspaper today. And here are my three must picks or three must reads from the Indian Express today. Now, the first important or must read comes from the editorial or the ideas page. Now, whenever there is this article, op-ed written by C. Raja Mohan, which is known as Raja Mandala, it definitely is going to be the first pick. Now, the title of this particular editorial is A Wider View Finder. You all know that C. Raja Mohan is the writer, is a contributing editor on international affairs for the Indian Express. And today's article or today's editorial is written from the context of three important events this week. One is the Raisena dialogue, which C. Raja Mohan writes as discourse diplomacy. Then there is Milan exercise, to which he calls as naval diplomacy. And then consequential is the intelligence diplomacy, which is actually a meet of intelligence officer of like-minded countries on the margins of Raisena dialogue. Now, I'll come to the crux of this particular editorial and why you should read it in a bit. But just let me tell you that how this particular editorial proceeds. So, firstly, Raja Mohan writes about the importance of all these summits, which are either supported by MEA or where MEA is a participant or a partner. And there is a half a dozen of them mentioned. For example, the Global Tech Summit, which is an intersection of technology, policy, and geopolitics, and so on. So you can just have a note of all these summits. And then he comes to the importance of Navy or the naval diplomacy, where he talks about Milan, and which is written as Indian Oceans Panchayat. Okay. And important fact that in 2020 edition, there were 39 countries who participated, and 50 countries are expected to participate this year. Now, this is the same Milan exercise, which in 1995 had only, Indonesia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, which joined India. So you see the number increasing, and therefore naval diplomacy कितनी important है उसके बारे में भी यहाँ बात की गई है. But then the focus of the article is about what is intelligence diplomacy and why intelligence diplomacy. So, Raja Mohan first talks about the second question, that is why intelligence diplomacy, and then this particular paragraph becomes important. And it's written that the role of intelligence in national security has grown significantly in recent years thanks to rise of international terrorism, the growth of cross-border criminal networks, renewed economic competition, the increasing need to protect intellectual property, the return of great power rivalry, and the impact of new technologies that are reshaping the domestic and global dynamics of an interconnected international society. Along with the new importance of intelligence in national security has come the idea of intelligence diplomacy. So a big paragraph, but it just focuses on things that it is because of the security challenges. And what kind of security challenges? I think Raja Mohan has numbered or talked about, mentioned all important security challenges these days, that international diplomacy becomes, the intelligence diplomacy becomes very important in international relations. Now, a fact to keep in mind, which is also mentioned here, that India's foreign policy and India's foreign diplomacy has seen a shift from isolationism from later Cold War decade to productive intelligence partnership. Okay, building productive intelligence partnership today, and this particular intelligence diplomacy is actually aligning with India's current strategy of building regional and global coalition. So ये सारी चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है ये जानने के लिए कि इंटेलिजेंस डिप्लोमेसी क्यों, बट इंटेलिजेंस डिप्लोमेसी क्या है उसका नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ में दिया है एग्जाम्पल, वेयर इट सेज दैट इट इज सिंपलेस्ट at its simplest, intelligence diplomacy is about sharing information with allied governments and their security agencies. ठीक है, तो और इसमें एग्जाम्पल दिया है अबाउट द एंग्लो सेक्शन allies and then also about the Five Eyes. So you should know what are the Five Eyes, which are the countries of Five Eyes. Now, also as he ends this particular editorial, he talks about that how important it is for modernizing India's spying agencies like the Intelligence Bureau and its offspring. So intelligence diplomacy becomes important there. Remember, intelligence sharing, the very important, the buzzword which has been in news since a long time, is also related to intelligence diplomacy, and therefore this particular article becomes important not only from the perspective of international relations, but also security issues and the various kind of summits, the exercises which are mentioned here are direct fodder for any kind of exam. ठीक है, किसी भी एग्जाम के लिए ये आर्टिकल बहुत अच्छा हो जाता है और बहुत अच्छे से लिखा गया है, इसके समझाने का तरीका इज वेरी यूनिक. सो व्हाट एंड व्हाई आर द टू इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग्स विच आर कवर्ड हियर इन डिटेल. तो इसलिए इस आर्टिकल को बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ने की जरूरत है. नाउ माय सेकंड पिक ऑफ टुडे is not from Explained Today, but an article which is written in a very explained style. It is on the Express Network page by Anona Datta, which talks about a supercomputer and the AI in AIMS, how they are helping identify therapies for, cancer patient. Now, what is this article all about? The first paragraph, just like an explainer, mentions it. And look at the first line, okay? And that can be, when you're writing answers in a descriptive format, you can apply this style. Can AI help doctors identify the best cancer therapy for their patients? A supercomputer and AI developed by researchers from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, that is AIMS Delhi, promises to do just that. Okay, so this first paragraph, and it talks about oncology, or when they add the word I, it is becoming very relevant for artificial intelligence. अब आपको पता है कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के एप्लीकेशन के बारे में हम काफी न्यूज सुन रहे हैं, ठीक है, हर फील्ड में. इसलिए ये आर्टिकल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है बिकॉज इट्स रिलेटेड टू आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इन हेल्थ. नाउ व्हाट इज आई ऑन्कोलॉजी AI? इसका बॉक्स बहुत अच्छा है जिसमें 3 पॉइंट्स हैं. डेवलप्ड यूजिंग CDAC Pune's supercomputer and patient data saved in Charak 1 server at NCI Chhajjar. It's an electronic health record and treatment guidance system with patient records such as pathology, radiology details, and clinical history. Also, genomic data of cancer patients from AIMS will be uploaded to the system to understand its relation with various treatments. AI then studies the data and tries to correlate with treatment works best for patient with what history and test results. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये जो पैराग्राफ है ये बहुत अच्छे से समराइज कर देता है आपके लिए तो पूरा जो न्यूज आइटम है. तो एप्लीकेशन ऑफ AI इन हेल्थ इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग एन एसे ऑन AI और टेक्नोलॉजी, अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट, हेल्थ के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. देन from the perspective of questions related to prelims and all, you'll get certain information here. Now, this genomic data is a powerful tool for medical researchers, and that it has been mentioned here. तो इसको आप ध्यान से पढ़िएगा. It helps them understand how variations in DNA affects our health. So, very simplistically, this particular article has been written for you. I know sometimes science, health, technology articles थोड़े से टफ हो जाते हैं कभी कभी समझने के लिए, लेकिन ये जो एक्सप्लेन्ड फॉर्म में जो ब्रेकअप्स किए जाते हैं और लिखे जाते हैं आपके लिए वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है. इसीलिए मैंने कहा कि दिस इज नॉट एन एक्सप्लेन्ड आर्टिकल, इट इज ऑन एक्सप्रेस नेटवर्क बट रिटन इन अ स्टाइल which explains you about this particular headline in a better manner. Please remember there is a question here that is it for all cancer types. So it says that it is going to focus on 5 types of cancer right now. But this platform, abhi filal, it is trained only for breast and ovarian cancer. तो ये आपको ध्यान में रखने वाली बात है. The term is very important. The eye oncology AI. Okay, what is its aim? What it is like? It's developed where, about genomic data, and how is it going to be helpful in treatment? Remember, informed, faster and precise therapy choices के लिए ये doctors को बहुत helpful होगा. Remember these 3 terms. Okay, so this is my second pick. Now coming quickly to the third pick. Now this is an online article. It's in fact a series on environment and climate change. और मेरा पूरा उद्देश्य इसको पिक करने के लिए ये है कि आप इस particular series के लिए introduce हो जाए. ये क्या है, हम इसको नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में और डिटेल में हम जाएंगे. बट दिस इज एन ऑनलाइन एक्सप्लेनर. It's a series which answers fundamental questions about climate change. Remember, environment and climate change are so important these days. The series has been written by Alin Chauhan. It's called Warming Up to Climate Change. And in this particular article today, he discusses how does climate change impact extreme weather conditions, whether it is heat waves. Okay, mind these words because all these words are important to know. Heat waves, droughts, or wildfire, or something called extreme fire weather in conditions like of Canada, or hurricanes. Okay, all these things are mentioned here, and there are certain facts, the certain the reasons for particularly these particular features, climatic features going to an extreme height. ये है focus of the article, and therefore I want you to go through it properly, and we might discuss more on these series later. Remember, questions on climate change and environment can be asked in reference to current affairs also, and at the same time there can be some very basic questions which can be asked, which is expected from the aspirants or students from any competitive exams to know. Therefore, this series, every Monday Alan Chauhan writes, you must go through it. That's all from me today. I'll be back tomorrow again. Think smart, work hard, conquer your goal. Bye-bye.